What's up, friends? My name is Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me Patient Zero because I feel like a box of smashed buttholes. I'm a little sick. Hopefully it's not the plague. If it is, it's been nice knowing you. I don't have health insurance. That was a segment from Skyline during lockdown. There's a link to it. My on High is here. What's up, Lexi? How are you? So great to have you. I made you a moderator. You don't have to moderate. I just wanted your name to show up in blue. Show me the cat, she says. Well, when a pretty lady asks for something, you do it. There he is. Buddy, you've been requested on the stream. Come here. Come here, you little devil. Come here, you little devil. There he is. Here's my buddy. Okay, there he is. Cat content early in the stream. Look at the camera. Camera's over there. Look over there. Look at the camera, you donkey. Look at, there you go. Ah, kitten content early on the stream. That'll get the views. Look at this little boy. I'm gonna go put him back in his little sleeping spot. He's all warm. I'm sorry to disrupt you, buddy. We had to get you worldwide praise. There you go, okay. If you like this shirt I'm wearing, you can get your own over at CiottiFPV.com by hitting the Teespring link. Let me show you what that looks like. This is my full-time job. If you'd like to support me on this crazy journey that I've been on for the last year or so. I'm allergic to cats, what can I say? It's worth it. This is what CiottiFPV.com looks like. Come over here and just click all the buttons and I'll be able to survive. Patreon helps me the most. It's $3 whole a month. $3, that's 10 cents a day. You can do it. $3 a month to get on Patreon. Ton of perks, audio versions of all these live streams so that you can listen to them as podcasts. A whole bunch of technical articles that I've written over there. The easy way to PID tune, the easy way to filter tune, how to troubleshoot a bunch of good stuff. Super secret Patreon only live streams, giveaways depending on the tier that you join, all kinds of awesome stuff. Access to the Discord server, email notifications when I live stream, Discord notifications when I stream, Facebook group access, lots of good stuff. $3 whole a month. You can do it. It helps me a ton. YouTube and Instagram links. Over on Etsy, I've got some beautiful stickers and some boring hardware. Over on Fiverr, I'm doing tuning, build planning, and flight instruction. A bunch of really rad t-shirts over on Teespring. And then FPV Exchange is a beautiful website that's been created by a beautiful man. Bunch of affiliate links. If you guys find yourself doing orders on any one of these websites, what some of you smart people have done is replace your bookmarks with my affiliate links. That way, every time you hit your bookmark to go to get FPV, it automatically puts my affiliate link into your shopping cart, and then when you do your shopping cart, you don't have to remember to come back and hit my affiliate links. You don't have to do that, but you certainly can. But yeah, if you're doing orders for anything on any one of these websites, hook a brother up. I'll get 1 to 6% of your shopping cart. FPV Cycle, Amazon, Get FPV, Oh My God, FPV Crate, Banggood, Camera Butter, AliExpress. Down here on the bottom, I've got some more rando stuff. A PayPal link if you want to do a super chat, but you don't want YouTube to take 30%. This is my CiottiFPV Facebook page. FPV Therapy is an excellent little Facebook group that I set up a little over a year ago for those of us that have mental illness to kind of share, try to get through each and every day together. If you don't struggle with mental illness, you should still come over and read a little something. I've heard 1 in 10, I've heard 1 in 5, I've heard every other person has some sort of mental illness going on, and come over and learn something about it. Even if you don't have it, people in your life do. It's going to help you be a better human here on the planet, where a lot of people are kind of going through it. So come on over to you know what to do. Link to the Discord, which is not going to get you all the text channels. You got to join the Patreon to get full access. And then some BattleBots info that'll probably make you laugh. This is what the Etsy store looks like. These are some of the stickers. This is a bunch of the hardware. This is what the Fiverr page looks like. I am doing FPV flight instruction through the simulator, through the internet, 100% electronic. I'm also helping you out to tune your rigs so that they fly nice and smooth and don't prop wash and have good stick response, blah, 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 blah. And then down here is build planning. Stop wasting your money on garbage parts. I've done that for you. I've wasted all the money on the bad parts. Learn from that. Instead of wasting your money on more bad parts, giving your money to idiot companies that make bad parts, give me your money and I'll tell you which ones to avoid. I'm also working together with RimiTim and FinFPV. FinFPV is doing editing of your flight footage. RimiTim is doing FPV mentoring to get you up in the air, answer those technical questions. If you've got anybody brand new to the hobby, RimiTim can prevent them from quitting, more than likely. Every single person I've ever tried to get into this hobby has just quit. So Don't let that happen. It's a great hobby, but it's really frustrating. Let Remy Tim hook your friends up and keep them up in the air for a couple of dollars. It's well worth it. This is what FPV... Nope. This is what my Teespring store looks like. This is the new artwork that CMYK did for me. Kill all carbon. All of you car nerds will love this. And then this is the new CiottiFPV logo here on the back. I've got it as a poster, and I've got a dual color version of this coming. I just gotta make a little bit of time to get it up here. Bunch of other stuff. That's what she said. Bunch of other stuff going on. Some mugs, some sweatshirts, some long sleeve shirts, some hoodies. If there's a style of shirt that you want with a logo that's on here that I don't have set up, just message me. Somebody messaged me earlier today, actually, or maybe it was yesterday, and said, hey, does Teespring happen to have like those 3/4 length baseball shirts? And I was like, yes, they do. Which artwork do you want? I'll make that item for you. That's totally fine. Yeah, if you want a long sleeve shirt, like this, but you want this logo on it, that's easy. That's like 4 minutes for me to do that, and I would love to do that for you. Or if there's like a color that you see that you don't want, that you don't see that you do want, let me know. I'll hook you up. Let me work for you on Fiverr, on Teespring, elsewhere on the internet. In the chat, if you want to talk directly to me, all you've got to do is type CiottiFPV, Gel Captain, I'm pronouncing it wrong, I think. He knows what to do. You don't have to type the @ symbol, but you certainly can. If you just type CiottiFPV, it will light up in orange, and I will know that you're talking directly to me. Otherwise, I'll assume that you're talking to the rest of chat. My on High is in the house. Everybody say hi to Lexi Jansen. She is amazing, great pilot, great member of the community. She's been live streaming as well for a while here. They're a blast. I love that she does like beginner live streams. That's not really something that I've kind of broken into yet. I do these Q&As and we do get some like basic questions, but I've never done like a full-blown live stream for that. And I love that. I love that she's willing to do that. That's super cool. So check her out. If you've got beginners that are looking to get into it, send them over to Lexi's beginner streams, and I'm sure they're gonna get a ton out of it. Who's in the chat here? Gel Captain, My on High, Frank Nicholas, Brandon's Baked Beans, Fine 5, or maybe that's Fine V, S Grace, Robin Duckett, T-Bird FPV in the house, FPV Trucker, Brandon's Baked Beans again, CH3 FPV, Steve FPV, Davey FPV, BeepTube, Jackalobe, Steve, FPV Hawk. YouTube just did the thing, but it did it in the opposite direction. That was weird. UKY Treats, Pile of Carbon, FPV Trucker, Steve again, Mads Tech, Martin Wynn. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for joining, everybody. The folks that have tagged me are Yell Captain saying, hello, you beautiful soul. T-Bird says, what's up? FPV Trucker says, good afternoon. And Steve FPV says, sup? Davey FPV says, hey man, get good or crash trying. Indeed. Brandon's Baked Bean says, maybe I should just find some buildings to dive like CiottiFPV. Definitely, if you've got buildings in your area, go dive the shit out of them. It is so much fun. Do it safely. Try to have a spotter. Be smart. But definitely do it. Building dives are a huge part of FPV. FPV Hawk says, hey. Pile of Carbon says, hey, CiottiFPV and Collective. FPV Tracker says, having trouble with smart audio on Acon F4. I get an odd screen when I use the sticks to make changes. That's weird. I mean, the flight controller doesn't really have much to do with smart audio. Smart audio is usually all about getting the right VTX table. Strange. That's a strange problem. FPV Trucker, double check that you're using the right VTX table for the specific VTX. A lot of VTXs will have a specific VTX table. They won't just be able to use the generic like Smart Audio 2.0 or 2.1. So definitely check that. And then if that doesn't work, maybe try reinstalling Betaflight on the flight controller. It's kind of all I can think of. Collective, what else can you guys think of? Leave it in the chat. And tag FPV Trucker, FPVTrucker. Just type his name, it'll show up in orange for him. BeepTube says, bring us the spirit, cat. CH3FPV says, congrats on the new sponsor, my friend. Thank you, CH3. For anybody that doesn't know what he's talking about, I mean, I've been talking about this for a while. Most of you guys know that I'm a Gem Fan. I've been a Gem Fan sponsored pilot for a while, but they just put out their official like artwork with me on it, which is pretty fucking rad. There it is. Look at your boy. Look at that face I'm making. Ooh, man, that is tough. So yeah, very, very exciting. My relationship with GemFan has been fantastic this year. I've been working together with them pretty closely this year. Great company. Yeah, I mean, you guys know. You guys have been around. You guys have heard me talk about them. I found GemFan props to be the best available long ago, like over 4 years ago, when I was only flying micros, when I couldn't afford 5-inch rigs. GemFan props just blew all the other ones out of the water. And it's been like that ever since. I've been using their I've been mainly using their props, but I'm a sucker for propellers, so I test pretty much everything that comes out. And GemFan just consistently makes a more balanced, better performing, more efficient, better flight feel propeller. And, you know, usually there's a little bit less hype. They don't sponsor as many people. They seem to put all of that extra time and money into making a better propeller. And yeah, I like that. So yeah, thanks, GemFan. Very, very, very honored to be a part of the team. It's very, very cool. BeepTube says, oh, we got that. We got that. Lexi says he's so cute. Sweetie. Love it. Hella G's FPV says, good to see you. Cool of you to do a short stream. Get well soon. Thank you, Hella G's. Yeah, my throat is just very angry. I have like huge tonsils. All growing up, every time I would go to the doctor, they would say like, oh, we should probably remove your tonsils. And my mom would say, no! No! Leave him alone. Leave my baby boy alone. No! She would say it just like that too, every time. So yeah, they never removed my tonsils. So what happens is basically when I'm about to get sick, I'll feel it. Like it gets like caught in my tonsils or whatever, and they'll get all big and they'll hurt like hell. And then lo and behold, a couple days later, I'll be full-blown sick. So yeah, 2 days ago, I guess, I started to feel it in here, and it was about the same yesterday, but this morning when I woke up, it was a little bit worse. So I just kind of like stayed in bed until like 2 hours ago. I'm just trying to get as much sleep as I possibly can. Just being, you know, practicing self-care, hoping that I can beat this rather than it like lingering around for the next 2 weeks and just making me miserable. So yeah, short stream here today. Hit me with as many questions as you guys want. We're gonna do a little bit of combat mode in Velocidrone, and then I'm gonna sign off, and I'm just gonna rest for the rest of the night. Get some more rest tomorrow during the day, hopefully, and then tomorrow night's stream we are doing giveaways, which will be fun. Tomorrow night's stream might be short again. Hopefully by Wednesday I'll be back on my feet, and we can return to business as usual with our typical 2-hour live streams. Frank Nicholas dropping the link to CiottiFPV.com. Thank you, Frank. My on high with a 5-pound. That's not pound. What's that? What's that symbol? I don't know that symbol. Is it? What is it? Oh, it's €1. Very cool. €5 super chat from My On High. She says, get well soon and pet the kitty from me later. That's what she said, literally. Thank you, Lexi. Very, very cool of you. Thank you for sporting the madness. T-Bird FPV says, now CiottiFPV has to take bath? Why? Why bath? I don't take baths. Oh, for my allergies. Frank Nicholas dropping links, CiottiFPV.com again. Envy of the birds with... Come on, YouTube. Really? You're gonna do it to me? Envy of the Birds with a $20 super chat. He says, can't stick around because I need to fly, but just want you to know how valuable this is. I can't get enough of your streams. 100% electronic. Man, it is fucking funny when people say 100% electronic. Thank you so much, Envy of the Birds. It sounds like you're not even here anymore, but that's okay. Damn, very cool. Very generous of you. Much, much, much appreciated. Chopper Girl's in the house. Says, I want my logo painted on the FAA building. How much for that? As big as possible. I don't know if that's a great idea. Hella G's says, totally want one of those totes, but they've been out of stock. Any idea when they'll be back? Really? What's that about? I didn't know things could go out of stock. T-shirts? Did I screw something up? What the hell? Does gray mean out of stock? What? What? Why is it? What? I guess I guess Teespring ran out of them? Yeah. Well, what's with the buttons aren't... Oh, I changed the color of the text. Didn't I? I changed the color of the text, and now it's like purple on purple, isn't it? Oh God! Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Great. Okay, I have to fix the color of the text. Is that why the tote bag looks like it's out of? No, it's not. It's just. Does it show up like this for you guys too? Ah, there it is. There we go. What the shit? I have no, as you can probably guess, I have no knowledge. I don't know a goddamn thing about anything, specifically about this. That's annoying. I love that you're gonna get one of them though, Hella G's, at some point, because I'm telling you guys, having a tote bag for when you fill up your flight bag, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Better than like scrounging around the kitchen and grabbing like a shitty ass plastic bag and then having your props pushed through it and whatnot. Jella Captain says, just another reminder, please pronounce my name as Jella. I'm now finally remembering that it's you, but I thought the J was a Y. Forgot there was a U with an H at the end. I'll get there someday. Rob Timko with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, tiny and large Timko. He says, any hacks getting the SD card to stay in the run game ever too? 12 packs and I've lost 3 so far. Ugh. Zip ties are a pain in the ass. Here's how I do it, Rob. Yeah, that's a thing. It's not just you, man. I've lost quite a few SD cards from not just the RunCam Hybrid, but like all of these onboard HD cams. What you might be able to see is a little bit of residue here. The Logitech is not gonna focus because it tries to make me absolutely lose my mind and flip the entire desk over and the whole world while I'm at it. But if I manually focus this, see that little bit of residue on the little door there? That's hot glue. Here's what I do. When I put the memory card in here, I put the memory card in, and then I take, you can use a lighter, but I like to use this little torchy thing because it's faster. I take my hot glue stick, and I go, and I get a little bit of it hot there, and then I just push that. I push that little bit of melted hot glue in between the SD card and the little plastic latchy cover bastard, and that's it. That's what I do, and it works really well. It's very annoying because you have to do it every single time you take the SD card in and out, but at least you don't lose your SD cards. I have not found... I used to take that little... So this is like the latch, and then it's got that little angle on it, and then the SD card goes like this. The problem is that latch is like kind of shitty. So like the SD card can just like... and get out of there. So what I used to do is I would take the hot glue, and I would just add some. I would add like another little ball to the latch so that the latch was longer. But even in that case, it would still, every once in a while, I would still lose an SD card. So yeah, if this is the SD card and this is the latch, lately I've just been putting a little blob of hot glue between the latch and the SD card. Yeah. I wish that they would take the spring loadedness out, and I wish that they would make the SD card so that we just push it in and it stays, because there is some friction. There are like little thingies in there that touch the contacts of the SD card. We could probably go in there, but then it would be really hard to get the SD card out. We could probably go in there and like stab at the little spring thing, but the hot glue trick has been working, so I just keep doing it. With the little torch, it's quick too, right? Like with the lighter, you got to sit there and like wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. With the torch, it's just, I mean, you guys saw it a second ago. So, my throat. Caesar, not gonna try that last name. He says, CiottiFPV, what do you think about Ishin Sivatar HD? What in the hell is that? I'm not familiar with that, even a little bit. Let's look it up. Oh, look, another Cinewoop. I mean, there are so many Cinewoops out. I don't really understand why everybody has to make their own at this point. I mean, so the main thing that I don't like about it is that this is going to be one of those really heavy Cinewoops that has like a huge chunk of carbon fiber up top, another huge chunk of carbon fiber on the bottom. It's going to be very hard to work on because of that. My preferred Cinewoop is the FPV Cycle Cinesplorer. It's very easy to build, it's very easy to work on, it's very lightweight. Weight is a big deal with Cinewoops. You do not want your Cinewoop to be too heavy. It's going to carry too much momentum, and it's not going to fly all that good. This is probably like a 600 plus gram Cinewoop. Yeah, seen 315 grams without the battery. That's actually not that bad. But this is going to be a nightmare to work on because it's got this huge chunk of carbon on top. And I don't know, Cinewoops go so slow that you don't need all that strength. Like, you don't need your Cinewoop to be able to fall off of the top of a building because that's just not how you fly them. You fly them very slow, typically indoors. So yeah, this is just another way too heavy and impossible to work on Cinewoop, in my opinion, from what I can see here. There are a ton of them that have been out for the last like year that are like that. So I don't see anything that sets this apart from any of those other ones. I've flown a lot of those other ones and they don't fly good, and they're a bitch to work on. So yeah, I would stay away from this. FPV Cycle Cinesplorer is, in my opinion and in my experience, the way to go. The arms are removable, so God forbid you do slam the thing really hard, you can just replace the arms, which is very easy to do. The ducts are very easily replaceable, 3 screws, so if you do manage to break a duct, you can replace it in like 30 whole seconds. It's nice and lightweight, everything is set up, like you can fit everything in it, it's the sweet spot. Kebab tends to let everybody else, like, you know, with this, so with this, I'll just talk about this product. He released this after a whole bunch of the Cinewoops came out, and he fixed a lot of the problems that those Cinewoops had. So, and whereas this Ishin thing here doesn't. Like, it doesn't fix any of the problems that any of the other Cinewhoops have. It's just another Cinewhoop, from what I can see. So yeah, Cinesplorio, get you one. Use my affiliate link if you don't mind. If you forget to, it's okay. I forget to use my own. Caesar, if you've already bought this Cinewhoop, let me give you a little bit of an upgrade path to fix the way that it flies. Typically, they put the wrong motors. Yeah, so they put the wrong motors. So they put a 1507 motor on there. So if you want to fix the way that that thing flies, take those motors off. That is a bad motor size for a Cinewhoop. You want, for something that's this heavy, you're going to want the FPV Cycle 2204 motor. If you're on 4S, get it in the highest KV. I want to say that that's 4500 KV, whatever the highest KV is. If you're on 6S, go to 4S. 6S has no benefit on micros. If you absolutely can't go to 4S because you've already bought a whole bunch of 6S batteries, go with the one step lower KV on that FPV Cycle 2204. Or any 2204, to be honest. If you want to lock in on the KVs, though, look at the KVs of the FPV Cycle motors. Those are the proper KVs. But yeah, those 1507s on this rig are no good. They do not. That is not the right motor size. They overheat. They don't have a good power curve. They don't have good mid-throttle sensitivity. It's just, yeah, it's not the right motor. A lot of these manufacturers have acres of these 1507s lying around, which is probably why they're building rigs like this, so that they can get rid of all these 1507 motors, since nobody wants them anymore, because it's just not a good motor size. That's really the biggest thing that'll turn this thing around. Looks like it has an MPU 6000 gyro, so that's good. The flight controller's, in theory, good. ESC is 35 amp, that's great. I would definitely not run it on 6S because it's a small ESC and there's no advantage to 6S. All it's going to do is blow up the ESC prematurely. Get it onto 4S. Comes with good propellers. The GemFan 5-blade propellers are the best Cinewhoop propellers for sure. So yeah, if you've already got it, there you go. Swap the motors out and it'll fly way, way, way better. Jackalope FPV says, do you know what output/wattage you are running your Crossfire module typically? You know, I don't, Jackalope. But let me see if I can look it up real quick, since I do have my transmitter right here.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Welcome to Bell Atlantic. So let me go to the Crossfire model, and I think if I hold the menu button, it'll take me into the super secret menu. Yeah, there it is. And then I want to go to, where the hell do I go? Where are the Lua scripts? SD card, there we go. So if I go in here to Crossfire, crossfire.lua, sometimes it works, usually it doesn't. Execute. Hey, it's working. I've got mine set to max power 250 milliwatts, which it appears that that's as high as it'll go. Dynamic power is on, and frequency is at 915 megahertz. OP mode is normal, not Force T. I've been actually meaning to make sure that my Crossfire settings are correct, since I have had a couple of Crossfire failsafes. Any of you long-range nerds in the chat care to comment? Do I have this shit set up properly? What I also need to do, I was trying to wait for it to become not a nightly, but I still have to go to the lower latency Freedom firmware, or whatever the fuck it is. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been in here to really check on these. I knew that I had the max power turned all the way up, and I knew that I had dynamic power turned on. The frequency is obviously correct, because otherwise it would be a complete disaster. The OP mode, though, I wonder. I think Force T is Force Telemetry. I feel like I have this set properly, but I don't know. Maybe not. Who the hell knows? I'm on firmware version 3.23, hardware version 1.02, bootloader 1.10. Eh. Crossfire's been working absolutely perfect until very recently. Very recently, only on one specific rig, I've had, well, on the second failsafe, it went into the bottom of the goddamn sea. So I don't have to worry about that rig anymore. I've never had the other, I've never had any failsafe issues on any of the other rigs. So it's pretty obvious that the Crossfire Nano in the rig at the bottom of the ocean was the issue, or the antenna. But I digress. It's Euro. Awesome. Eat Your Veg says, joined your Patreon like I promised. Also flew my new shark bite build this evening for the first time and loved it. Even saw some telephone lines and saved myself from doom. Very cool, Eat Your Veg. Thanks for becoming a part of the collective. All of you beautiful people that are on the Patreon page are official members of the collective. If you don't know what that's referencing, I was a Star Trek kid growing up. My dad watched Next Generation all the time. So a lot of my childhood memories are watching TNG, is the acronym that the super nerds call the Next Generation. And the Borg are call themselves the collective. And the Borg share all of their thoughts, much like I've tried to have us do here in the live stream chat, which you guys do an amazing job of all the time. If I ever don't know the answer to something, I always just open it up to the chat, and lo and behold, more than one person typically knows the answer, and that's pretty rad. So yeah, if you're new here, trust the chat. I've managed to kind of somehow surround myself with really smart, really experienced people in this hobby that hang out here in the chat. So it's not like going on Facebook and saying, hey, what motor should I get? And 100 assholes give you completely different answers. It's a little bit different in here, where we've got a group of people that actually know what's going on typically, and yeah, are going to give good advice. Or, you know, in the case of asking a question so vague, like what motor should I get, they're typically going to not give you an answer. They're going to ask you a bunch more questions, since, yeah, just asking the question, what X should I get, is useless. Like, a long-range pilot is going to get one X, a freestyle pilot is going to get a different X. So, yeah. I rant about that a lot. 3D Print Locker says, built a 250 4S 5-inch, and after the third crash, my iFlight Beast F7 ESC took a shit. What stack do you recommend? I actually don't recommend a stack for the 250. Man, I feel like all I'm hearing about lately are iFlight Beast AIOs blowing up. The 250 is pretty... So, mine does have a 20x20 stack in it. And it's really tough because in order to do that, you have to put the arms below the base plate, and then what happens is, in order to do that, you have to have the screws that hold the arms on under the stack. So if you're going to build a 250 with a 20x20 stack in it, unfortunately what's going to happen is the front arms are really not all that hot swappable. In order to swap the front arms out, you're going to have to pull the 20x20 stack out of it. And that kind of sucks. So if I were to do this 250 build all over again, I would actually do an AIO. I know that's not the answer that anybody wants to hear, but it's the truth, because yeah, I mean, it's basically a solid base plate at this point. Like, it's so much work to get that stack up and out, to get to remove those front arms, that it's like, ugh. So yeah, I would, it sounds like that's a pretty new build, 3D Print Locker. I would get in touch with whoever you bought that iFlight Beast F7 AIO from and say, hey, on the third crash, this damn thing blew up. What are you going to do for me? They might say nothing, or they might say, we'll send you another one, or I don't know. But I would at least give whoever you bought that AIO from a shot to replace it, because 3 crashes in is not. And with how many of those I've heard from people that they're blowing up, the resellers should know that, yeah. So I would give that a shot. Down below in the description is the gear that I use and trust. There are a bunch of 20x20 components in there, but again, I really don't recommend building a 250 out with a 20x20 stack in it. So that's tough. Scrolling. Expander is here. He says hello. YouTube did the thing. Trying to find my place again. Raby Tim says those crossfire settings are right, but you're rarely going to need more than 100 milliwatts. Awesome. Big FPV says the crossfire shot is in regular OpenTX now. That's pretty awesome. Gel Captain backing that up. He says OpenTX 2.3.14 has crossfire shot in it, so it sounds like I just need to update OpenTX. That's good to know. Thank you, boys. Remy Tim says you're on a really old version. Wait, what? You're on a really old version of You Care to update. Don't do it now, but once they fix the current bug, you might enjoy the update and an OpenTX update to get Agent Light. Very cool. So I'll just keep waiting. Perfect answer. Michael Blade saying hello. Gel Captain saying the AOS 3.5 inch has a dual 20x20 stack mount option in the front and in the back. The arms are also mountable below the bottom plate and are 2 screw swappable. Yeah, I really like the design. There's a lot of things about the AOS 3.5 that I like. Unfortunately, it won't clear a RunCam hybrid. So for me, it doesn't really make any sense, unfortunately. I've actually been talking to Chris about it. Chris and I have been talking for a long time over on Discord. And I've been trying to kind of nudge him to figure out a way to get 28 millimeters of clearance up in the front. Haven't been successful yet, but I'll let you guys know if I'm able to browbeat him into it. If that's something that you guys want, message him or leave comments in his videos saying, hey, I would love the AOS 3.5, but I need to put a RunCam hybrid in it. If he gets a whole bunch of people saying that to him, he's going to be much more incentivized to do it rather than just me. So yeah, do that. Dingles says, what's up? How come you don't do any racing? So Dingles, prior to FPV, I was in the motorsports world for 15 plus years. A good chunk of that, about 10 or so years of that, were in autocross and track days, and a big chunk of that as an instructor. So I've spent a lot of my 20s and 30s racing cars, Miatas, Mustangs, stuff like that, and helping other people go faster, have more fun, be more safe, racing their cars. And I just kind of got it out of my system, so to speak. I've tried racing. I've tried FPV racing a bunch when I was in Charleston. I didn't really like the crowd. The people that were into it were very competitive, and that's not. I kind of got that out of my system again. Like that, like over competitiveness. I just don't like. I don't think it brings out the best in people. And I just, I want to have fun. I don't care about winning. I just want to have fun. Although once I start to do something that is competitive, it turns that on, and I start to care about winning, and I don't like that. Freestyle FPV is really magic in that it's part like camera work, part just for fun, part like art, and yeah, it's really the juice for me. Also, if I'm gonna race in 2 dimensions, front, back, left, and right, I'm gonna do it in a car. FPV racing 99% of the time is just going through pool noodles, right? So you're just going forward, backward, left, and right. And I would much rather do that in a car than with a quad. With a quad, I want to go up and down. And with racing, you typically don't do that, right? Until you become like, yeah, DRL level, and you can go up the side of a building that has a you know what I mean? Fuck. Now that you guys are all deaf, I'll deafen you again! Get out of here. What? So yeah, those are my reasons. I have tried it though. It just wasn't my thing. BeepTube ordered an AOS 3.5. He might even order a 5.5. Very cool. Mr. Huggy says, I have talked to Chris Rosser as well about a better design for the camera mount. AOS 3.5, we will see. Very cool, Huggy. Thank you for that. Gary Higgins says, I know you don't fly DJI, but maybe the chat can tell me if the Caddx Polar is better than the Caddx Nebula Micro. I've been wanting a better cam. Thanks. Caddx Nebula. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Gary, but maybe somebody in the chat will know, just like he said. From the reviews that I saw, the Polar seemed like it was only really good for night flying. It didn't seem like it was all that great during the day. But I don't pay a lot of attention. I put those, like DJI product reviews, I'll put on when I'm doing other stuff, and I'll just catch like a couple words here and there. BeepTube says, the race at I.O. last night was awesome. Evan Turner spiked his quad into the ground full throttle immediately after he won. Nice. Somatic FPV says, you've been playing more combat recently? Not really. We did it last Sunday. We might have done it the Sunday before, but that was about it. Jella Captain says, what makes the RC hybrid need 28 millimeters? Is it the camera? Yep. It's the camera. The camera itself is 24 millimeters tall, and then when you put up tilt into it, it goes from 24 millimeters tall to 25, 26, 27 once you've got like 30 degrees of up tilt. Big FPV says image is a lot better than the Nebula Nano and the Micro. Expander says Polar is better than the Micro. There you go, Gary Higgins. Cool. Let's fire up Velocidrone now that I'm caught up on chat. And we'll shoot each other for a little bit, and then I'm gonna sign off and go rest to try to beat this sickness. Beat the plague! I better not have the plague, man. I better not have the fucking cooties. Come on now. No cooties. I am vaccinated, but man, I've got a couple of friends that Instagram friends that work in COVID testing facilities and or in ICUs, and it's getting a little fucking scary right now, boys and girls. If you're not vaccinated, please go get vaccinated. Please, just, you don't have polio right now. You don't have the fucking mumps right now. Those were vaccines. I know this vaccine is new, but like, man, it's getting fucking scary. Like these testing facilities were down to like 50 people a day, and now they're over 600, over 700, over 800 a day. The fucking hospitals are like not able to take cancer patients because they're filled with COVID. Like, I don't know. Do whatever you want, but fuck. It's getting scary again. Let's get off that topic because it's going to piss people off. Name of the room is CiottiFPV. Server region is America. I'm going to host this session. Turn on my transmitter. Grab the cable.
Welcome to OpenTX.
And get the shit shot out of me because I am terrible at this. I still think the fact that I have to turn my settings all the way down is to blame. I can't see shit. Can't see you guys. Let's go to... let's do Canyonlands. That'll be... We've been doing Waterworld a bunch. Let's do Canyonlands this time. Nope, let's not do Canyonlands because that's not one of the ones that allows Combat mode. Here we go. So we're gonna do Westworld. Man, I miss Westworld. I want to rewatch Westworld. What a phenomenal show. Let's just do good old deathmatch. We'll keep it simple. And game time 5 minutes. Select scenery. All right. Let me get the. I forgot to pull the chat onto the other screen, so I can't see what you magnificent bastards are saying. And now my computer is having a full-blown conniption. Hey, there we go. All right, pulling the chat over. That looks good. Quad is flying away. All right, that's good. Let's go back to full screen here. And Somatic says, Velocidrone got a huge update. You should also buy the Freestyle pack. Unfortunately, I can't install the update because it will not work on this computer. So, yeah, kind of sucks. BeepTube says, vaccines for coronaviruses have been developed and studied for the last 20 years. They're not even really new. Very, very true. Very good point, BeepTube. Yeah. Back in the... I think the most recent thing that people remember was the SARS outbreak. That was basically a COVID, so they've been working on it for a while. I didn't realize they've been working on it for 20 years. Jesus, that's crazy. Pilot Carbon says, Westworld was effing dope. I want more cyberpunk shows. I think if you guys have updated your Velocidrone, I don't think you'll be able to come in here. I believe that in order to join into multiplayer games, everybody has to be on the same version. Which kind of sucks, man. And kind of scares me because nobody's joining. And I just smashed right into it. Meant to do that. I was trying to land on that. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to stop doing Sim Sundays until I can get the... until OBS gets off their ass and fixes the... fixes their software for the M1 processors. And then that'll allow me to get the iMac. And then that'll also allow me to update Velocidrone. The Oblivion still has the old version of Velocidrone, though. He has joined. Man, the Ass Blaster is just a fat-ass drone. Hard to fly. Nice and slow, though. Big boy drone, good lord! Oh boy, oh boy. We're freestyling the Ass Blaster. Uh-oh. Got a little hung up there, that's okay. Oh boy, what was that? Flies like a beast class, oh boy. Didn't... Ah! Mr. Huggy says Velocidrone runs smoothly on the M1s. Very cool. Expander says, what is OBS or whatever? So OBS is the... OBS is the software that I use to stream from. It basically... oh, I can't bring it onto the screen? That's annoying. Yeah, it's the software that combines all of the cameras and the audio and whatnot that I need to use to stream with. So without OBS, yeah, I can't stream. I can't live stream. And OBS is an open source, is a piece of open source software, which, yeah, is kind of the one that like everybody uses. So I'm kind of locked into it. Shit, man, did all of you guys update? Is it, are the Oblivion and I the only ones that haven't updated our Velocidrone? That's not gone terribly well. I have heard that the new Velocidrone update is pretty dope. Is today the end of Sim Sunday? Here's what OBS looks like. It's gonna do the forever zoom thing, but yeah, this is OBS. So I have all these different scenes that combine all of these different sources, so that I can put, you know, this up here and this here, and I can move shit around, and yeah. But unfortunately, OBS is not playing well with the M1 processors at the moment. But they're working on it. They're definitely working on it. Ruby Tim says, have you looked into Streamlabs OBS, or maybe any other folks that have been made on the M1, or how about any other stream platforms? I haven't looked at any other stream platforms because nobody uses any of the other stream platforms. And Streamlabs won't work on this old-ass Mac, but Streamlabs also doesn't work on the M1 processors because Streamlabs is a fork, basically, I think, of regular old OBS. So, yeah. It's not great. Frank Nicholas says, OBS runs on Mac M1. It runs okay on M1, but not all plugins do. Email me your config, what plugins and devices you use to connect. I'll test equivalent. Okay, well that's new. I just checked the OBS forums last week. I've been checking them once a week. And as of last week, it was still a nightmare. So I guess Frank is... Frank, did you check this week, it sounds like, I guess? That's really exciting. I don't really use any plugins or devices. I just use it, like, pretty much standard. So, sounds like I can get the computer. That's awesome. Thanks, Frank. Very, very cool. I think I'm caught up, right? Yeah. Ooh, that's awesome. That is fucking fantastic. Jesus, I've been like waiting with bated breath for that. Very cool. So it looks like, yeah, I mean, Oblivion left. It looks like nobody's joining the Velocidrone room. So I'll do a little bit of freestyle flying, I guess. And oh nope, that's not what I wanted to do. That ain't gonna work. We want this. And so I'm going to get out of combat mode. I'm just going to go into regular mode. And we'll do some freestyle flying. And I'll put on some music. And then we will wrap this one up. I'll go get some rest. Oh, that's not what I want. I want this. I'll still go into multiplayer. We're going to take the rooster. And name of the room is still going to be CiottiFPV if you guys just want to come in while I'm freestyling. That's totally fine. Let me go over to Epidemic Sound, and we'll just go top of the list here. Let's go here. Where did it go? Where'd you go, Velocidrone? There it is. Alright, here we go. Here we go! We're gonna go to City, and we're gonna leave it on pylons. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys full audio, and we're gonna make a little Velocidrone edit, so to speak. Here we go!
The only constant thing has changed.
So close. Was fucking dirty. It's the cleanest I've ever had a nose-in dive. See if I can get it again. Woo! Apparently, I'm starting to figure the nose-in dives out. Make it, make it, make it, make it. Nope, wouldn't have made it. Ah, street light. Fuck you. Oh, I can't believe I didn't clear that roof. Yeah, that was a dirty dive down the front of that H building. Fuck. Woo! Look at that float! Ah! Ooh! Trying to get me, little building. I see you. Make it. Yep. See if I can go backwards through this in here. Nope. Almost. It's like a weird diagonal to get through there. Yeah, buddy. Let's try it again. Nope. Get a little of that. That ain't bad. Woo! Give you guys some of this music. Oh God, I love it. Fuck, I love flying. Oh. balls. Tried to go backwards through it. Ah, what am I doing? Oh, come on. Make it, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it. Not quite. Oh, hell. More of what you like. Great. Ooh. 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 Yeah. Let's do this.
Caution, carbon's hot. 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 You got to give me all you got. Caution, carbon's hot. You got to give me all you got. Caution, content's hot. You got to give me all you got. Caution, content's hot. You got to give me all you got. Caution, content's hot. You got to give me all you got.
sounds hot.
In it for a minute there. Music's getting worse. Man. If I can get one more decent song, I'll do a little bit. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, excuse me. Horrifying. No. No. Try this one. No. Now trending. You got anything for me now trending? What do you got? Nope. Come on. No. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna end the stream with this. I'm gonna fly us out of here. Thanks for hanging out. It's 420. Thanks for hanging out, people. Short stream. I feel like crap. I'm gonna go get some rest. But I'm gonna fly us on out of here with one of these songs. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 10 o'clock Eastern Time for some giveaways. Just gotta find a decent song. Come on. Come on. Got it. See you guys tomorrow night. Away we go. Flying you out.
Y'all, I want a house in the hills I pay big bills for. I ain't got them pockets.